Prepositions. There's a good chance you don't even know what this word means, or you skipped over this lesson in your high school Spanish class, like me. I'm going to be showing you some of the most useful prepositions in Spanish with some examples. Preposition really just means a connecting word, or a word that we use between other nouns and verbs and all of these other fancy names to just say words. So let's get into this video. First of all, hi, I'm Michael Harper. I was able to learn Spanish within just a matter of months and become fluent, and I want to show you how to do the same. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video if you're enjoying the content, and this way you can keep updated with all the new Spanish learning content on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about some of the most basic words that you'll hear every day, and you almost can't have a sentence, at least a thought out one, without one of these prepositions. So you're going to be hearing some of the most likely prepositions that a Spanish speaker will say to you. For the first three, we're going to go into depth. Then we'll do some rapid fire prepositions, because these first three prepositions have a wider range of rules and situations in which you can use each one. Let's start with the easiest one to remember, which is just one letter because it's the letter A, or A in Spanish. It's used most commonly to just say to, like in English. For example, I am going to a place. Voy a un lugar. It's also used to demonstrate how an action was carried out. For example, if something was made by hand, it would be hecho a mano. A can also be used to express what time something is at. For example, the concert is at 6 would be el concierto es a las 6. You also can use it with indirect and direct objects to say to who an action is being done. In Spanish, if you're doing an action to someone and you specify who that person is, you have to put that letter a, or the word a, in there to say to who you're doing an act. For example, I see Pablo would be veo a Pablo. You have to say to who you are seeing. It's kind of weird. I give the kids gifts would be les doy a los niños regalos. I'm saying that I'm giving to the children gifts. The next one is the word de. It can indicate causality, or why something is happening. Basically, why you're feeling a certain way. For example, I'm tired from work or of work would be estoy cansado de trabajar. De typically means of or from. So this is one of those instances where you can pretty much translate it directly from English. De can indicate origin too, where you're from. For example, I'm from the United States is soy de los Estados Unidos. It can also be used to talk about possessions of who something is. For example, you can't say in Spanish, this is Juan's phone, because we don't have apostrophe S's in Spanish. You have to say of who the phone is. You have to say the phone is of Juan. El teléfono es de Juan. Lastly, a noun that describes another noun will have the word de between it. We see this in instances like orange juice. You'd have to say juice of orange, which would be jugo de naranja. In Spain, they'll often say zumo de naranja. Lastly, we have the word en. Most simply, it can be translated to the word in, I-N, in English. For example, I am in my office is estoy en mi oficina. Pretty easy. My pencil is in the bag. Mi lápiz está en mi bolso. You would also say en to say how you are traveling, or by which means you are traveling. Basically, how you're getting from point A to point B. For example, I am going by train is voy en tren. I'm traveling by car is estoy viajando en carro. Now let's finish off with some simpler prepositions. We'll do a few different prepositions. These are more simple and common and easier to understand. Con, this means with. I am with my brother is estoy con mi hermano. Sin is without. Estoy sin mi teléfono is I am without my phone. Sobre means about. You can also use the word de to say about as well. For example, we're talking about cars would be estamos hablando sobre carros. Or you could say estamos hablando de carros. Hacia means towards. I am walking towards the building. Estoy caminando hacia el edificio. You can even use this word in terms of time, like towards 5 o'clock or around 5 o'clock. Hacia las 5. Hasta means until. For example, we're not going until you do your homework would be no nos vamos hasta que hagas tu tarea. If you're a serious Spanish learner and want to learn how I was able to learn Spanish within just a matter of months, the best resources I use to practice and learn every single day, my methodology, and what you should and should not be focusing on in Spanish to make the most of your study and practice time, I've got a free masterclass to show you all of these things. All you got to do is click on that link in the description to sign up and save your spot today. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video for more, y nos vemos en el próximo video. Ciao.